So it doesn't look like the Supergirl film is going to do quite well at the box office, and there's a reason for that. It's because they don't listen. These people try to make films that appeal to a very small segment of audience for whatever reason, when the segment of the audience they should be appealing to is much wider and probably doesn't share their current political views. They just didn't listen, and that's the problem. Milly Alcock, the star, she's come out, she said all these things about certain groups of people. I'm not going to get into it because I don't want to politicize this channel, but she said some things that might alienate who should be the key audience. She wasn't listening because she's trying to enforce her will and trying to make this happen on her terms. As is the studio, as is DC, as is James Gunn. They're trying to make this film work on their terms when, as we all know, the world doesn't work that way. The universe will not give you what you want if you try to impose your will upon it. You just have to go with the flow. You have to listen, especially when you're a creator, whether you're on the scale of a Milly Alcock and a James Gunn and a DCU, or you're on the scale of a small creator, or even if you're investing. You need to listen to market conditions, what the audience wants. But I just don't understand why these people don't listen. If these people don't listen, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why would somebody want to make a movie that is destined to fail? I don't get it. Maybe there's some certain amount of money laundering involved. There's a lot of different theories about that, but these people continue to make movies based on their agenda, trying to impose their will, trying to force people to go see them out of some sense of duty or shame or guilt, whatever the case may be. But it doesn't make any sense to me because they're not listening. Because the second you start trying to impose your will, you will be disappointed. Now, I'm not saying there aren't certain people that don't impose their will on the world and it works out. Elon Musk comes to mind. Now, whatever your thoughts on Elon Musk, there is no denying that he is an incredible creator. He creates value, and that's why he's a trillionaire. Now, that may not be fair in some people's eyes, and honestly, being a trillionaire, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, what are you going to do with $1 trillion? But there is no denying that this man creates value because he listens. He listens to what the market wants. He listens to what the world wants. And he also imposes a bit of what he wants. So he works within a balance of that. I made $5,000 in just a couple of weeks doing some covered calls. Now, covered calls, what are those? Covered calls, as I understand them, are basically you have a certain amount of shares. In my case, I have 100 shares of Google, and I'm giving somebody the right to buy my shares of Google at a certain price that I set, okay? So that price could be out of the money from where it is right now, or it could be under the money from where it is right now. So out of the money or in the money, not under the money. So what I did was I listened to the market. Okay, I waited for days that had a certain amount of volatility within the price of Google. Google started going down. I had a $350 call that was expiring in August. I decided to roll that out even further. So rolling is you can take the option, the covered call, and you can roll it out to a further date. I rolled it to a further date, and I lowered the price to $300, which is deep in the money. The reason I did that was because due to the market volatility of that day, I decided I wanted a big upfront cash payment called the premium. So whoever buys my covered call at $300 that expires in September pays me an exceptionally high premium for the right to do so. My shares are almost certainly going to be called away, but I'm okay with that because I'm still going to make a profit on my 100 shares of Google at $300 when they do get called away. I'm not too worried about that. Me, on the other hand, I did not try to impose my will on this covered call. I saw the certain market conditions, I listened, and I pulled the trigger, and I made a good trade, and I made some money. There's a philosophical concept involved here called Wu Wei. It's from Taoism. And Wu Wei means kind of, for lack of a better description, go with the flow. The universe is going to do what it needs to do. You need to be a leaf on the river. You need to be as simple as uncarved wood. You need to not be worried about the things that are around you, as the only thing you can control is right in here. If you have the right mindset, then nothing outside of that can hurt you because that's the only thing you can control. Everything else is external and is beyond your control. And that's what I think the people at DC and James Gunn and this new Supergirl movie, which I'm just going to call it right now, is going to bomb, need to understand. Listen to the market, wait for the right conditions, don't try to force anything, and don't try to impose your will on something that is externally out of your control. Control what is in here, wait for your spots, pick them. Maybe you can make $5,000 too. All right, hey guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We're a pretty small channel. If you could share out these videos, leave comments, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.